Perfect. 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 Perfect.
What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to Sauce Sports. What's the motherfucking deal? DeMarkey, Roger can't do nothing, but in the words of Wise,
that nigga garbage.
all right. So let's do this thing. We got a lot to do, and I want to make sure I have enough time. Let the line get over, let y'all call in, share your thoughts, all those good things. I'm your host, Honcho. This is Sauce Sports. Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network, not Texans, Texas. We just happen to be talking about the Texans right now. Tomorrow, for you Astros fans, we're going to have some good old Astros talk. Ray and Mr. Hector Flores, Salvador Sauce himself, will be joining us. And boy, I'm a big goof. I got misspellings and shit. This might be happening when motherfuckers be rushing. Alright. So we will be talking to Astros tomorrow, but talking Texas today. A season prediction. Be honest with y'all, right? I don't even know who we playing this year. I don't know. I was so tuned out on the Texans for so long that I ain't pay attention to the schedule. I was not giving a fuck about what's happening. So we're going to do this live. Fuck it, we do it live. Like I said, we're going to run down the list. We're going to run down the schedule. We're going to take a look at some notable names. But I know there's going to be an H-Town revenge tour against the Texans this year. It's not going to be pretty. But you know how we do, man. Let's get an H-Town, Sauce Nation, roll call in. If you are from the greater Houston area, let me know. Shout out your side with pride. However you represent, however you represent, however you identify, however you get down, side to side, avenue, block, cul-de-sac, street, road, circle. Like I say, you might be in one of them backwoods, one of them roads with only some numbers on it and shit. Or, like I say, maybe you just want side to side of town, your hood, your military ranking, your gang. We don't gang bang here. We don't promote gang affiliations and gang violence. We're all for the kids here. No, we're not. You two don't mark me as one of them for the kids. Something trying to ban me. Anyway, shout that out. I'm gonna show y'all some digital love. If you're not from the greater Houston area, well, you should move. You should probably move unless you got a problem with gun laws and things like that. But we won't get into that. That's a damn conversation. So, and DeMarcus Broderick did not do anything. He was just being Broderick. I feel like timing him out. It just feels good sometimes. I don't really time people out a lot, but Broderick, he don't count. So, like I said, let's get it cracking. Let's make it shake. And then, like I said, we're going to talk. I'm going to run down the list. I kind of have an idea. I have a theory of how I'm going to be leaning when we look at some of these teams and, what is going to constitute for a win versus a loss in my book. But we'll get into that. But, Street Runners, what's the motherfucking deal? Houston, Texas Talk. You say 9 and 8. Man K Sports, aka Mr. Man Up, say 4 or 5. Jersey, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Appreciate that. Say 5 and 12. Let's see, we should have drafted them all. D Prince say 17 and 0, aka Texas Palace. If you're not following Texas Palace on the gram for all of your Texans information news, who got the wins and who got the blues, you tripping. Like, I highly recommend that. You follow now. If you have an Instagram account and you're a Texans fan, it's like Instagram account, Texans fan, Texas Palace. That's how it works. Boom, wow, there you go. It's super simple. Anyway, shout out to Deep Rich. DeMarcus is here. D Martinez, you want the 16 and 0? Man, look, I don't know if I can give y'all the 17 and 0 to 16 and 0. I really got to think about that. Voodoo Child, one half of the greatest moderating couple in all the land. Not the better half, but one half. Navibo Man, what's the motherfucking deal? GC Bulldog, what's the motherfucking deal? Zero Tux Giving, what's the motherfucking deal? Katie in the building already. Well, yeah, I might be that guy. It depends on what we play. Hey, it's almost time for that Back for Blood to come out soon. I need to check that out. Anyway, Chris Miller, what's the motherfucking Jabari Mayo, Black Eighth Element, Leo Garcia. What's the motherfucking deal? Chris Miller repping Brenham. Already Luke Alvin in the building. All right, shout out to Mr. Luke Sauce Walker. Not like Skywalker. I don't know. All right, maybe I'm taking that one too far. Shout out to Luke. Tony Slow don't do low blow. What's the motherfucking deal? Say Jersey born, Denver raised, diehard Texans fan already. Brenham in the building. I shout out Brownsville in the building. Hitchcock in the building. Just following Kemah this year. Trinity Gardens in the building. East Side already. Okay, East Side. We got a few of the East Side in the building already. Say fresh off work heading home already. Let's see. Man. Texas Made, what's the motherfucking deal? Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see all of y'all, man. Sensei Mama Dirty Bay in the building. All right, let's get to it. Let's just run down the list. I'm going to try to make it quick. So my criteria is not going to be real deep and in-depth. But like I say, I want to make sure we got time for y'all to call in, share your thoughts. Frankie in H-Town. Look. If you like debauchery and you like humor, and sometimes you like to see people bump their heads a little bit, it's kind of funny. Follow Frankie in H-Town on the ground. I highly recommend it. Don't try to give me no jank stream. I see what you're up to. All right, so let's run through. We got to start the season off with, I wouldn't call division rival. I wrote it down here trying to make it easier. But like I said, we're going to be having an ex-Texan reunion, revenge fest. I don't know what you want to call it. But Jacksonville Jaguars. See, the thing that's going to make this hard for me to determine a lot of wins and losses is how good is the defense really? Like, I think we'll be solid against the run. But I think if we come across a legitimate passing game, we're going to suffer. And I'm not even going to say solid. I think we'll be decent against the run, So I think if you have a decent quarterback, it's going to be trouble for us. But we got Trevor Lawrence, who I'm not going to go ahead and just say, oh, he's going to be that guy right now. Like, he's going to have his rookie growing pains. We get him first, so I think we might be able to take advantage of that, depending on how Lovey operates. But you got Hyde, Carlos Hyde. You guys remember him. And a guy a lot of you may or may not remember, I was actually a fan of a few years back. He's been on a couple of teams since then. Dari Ogunbowale. And I'm probably fucking his name up. But I liked him a lot. Dari Atari. You know what I'm saying? He was on the tech squad. I wanted him to remain, but they ended up cutting him. And like I say, he's kind of bounced around a little bit, but now he's with the Jags. I'm not sure how long he's been there, actually. But, so maybe two guys who had some former ties. And I know the kid, what's his name? Etienne or something like that. The guy that they drafted is out for the year. So that may work in our favor. But again, Hyde ain't trash. So, like I said, depending on how we can do against the run, it may dictate a lot of stuff. They got some solid receivers. So, that's that's a thing. If Trevor can get a little time, it could get a little ugly for us. I don't know, right? Quick thing, side note, right? Texans didn't practice today. And they had a barbecue, right? And I guess somebody posted something in the Discord. So I guess people are getting in their feelings about people having barbecues, or maybe people cracking jokes about the barbecue. I don't really know. But I know most of the motherfuckers on that team are not from Texas. And I guarantee they was cooking with propane. So you can have this shit. That's my thoughts on that, and I'm going to leave it at that. All right, so the Jags, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to call the Jags a win, all right? I'm gonna call the Jags a win against my better judgment, right? Because like I said, a few things that'll be out there again. Like I said, Hyde is a veteran. They do have some solid receivers, but I feel like the Texans may be able to take advantage of Trevor Lawrence, rookie mistakes early on. Now, the second time we see him, it might not be the same thing, but I have a feeling that we might be able to capitalize on that, and our offense is able to score if we can create some turnovers, right? So, or it looks like they can score if we can create turnovers. Again, got a lot of questions, and there's that. The Browns. Talking about the Browns. Talking about the revenge tour. There's a guy on that team, used to be in a Texans uniform for a few years. You may have heard of him. Maybe you haven't. Name is Jadeveon Clowney. Jadeveon Clowney, and we'll be back. And I think actually we're playing away. So Jags, but the Jags playing here the first game too. That also I think impacts us. The crowd, things like that may work in our favor, right? And then we win that first game, and then there's going to be some clown. The Texans are going to go to the Super Bowl. I just knew it. Everybody was wrong. Everybody gets super hyped after that first game. Anyway, Browns. Not a talent. I don't think Baker Mayfield's all that great, but I think he's good enough to cause us some problems. You got Landry, you got Odell, you got a stable of running backs that are going to cause you problems, and then you got some guys on the other side of the ball that is going to give our offense trouble. And that's something I didn't account for in the Jags. I guess I should have mentioned that. We could be in that same position where they got some guys on their side of the ball that could cause us a lot of problems. I guess I didn't think about that as much. I might have to come back and read. That's a tentative W. All right. But let's, like I said, run through it. Browns, I'm thinking that's an L, right? Panthers, you're talking about Sam Darnold. Who they got? Moore. You got McCaffrey who can do it all. And I'm looking more, like I said, I'm not even really counting our offense in most of these games, right? Because we've seen that they are going to struggle. It's going to be a run-heavy situation. And again, if we get down and behind in games, it's a wrap. Like, it's going to be over. I don't see us being able to do much coming back. They did get Robbie Anderson. Well, they had Robbie Anderson, and then I want to feel like they picked up somebody. Defensively, they picked up somebody. I can't think. But I'm going to charge that. Panthers. I'm call it an L. Bills. Run through it. And I'm like, they're not even wasting much time really going through all of it as much. Bills, solid team, kind of overall. Again, in a position, they're a playoff team. They got their quarterback. We are still figuring a lot of stuff out. I'm going to call that one also an L for the Texans. The Patriots, interesting position. I don't think the Patriots are all that great, but I feel like they don't deserve a barbecue. You say here, they see they kept a guy that used to be helping his wedding at the. Oh, wow. I mean, of course, there's a lot of buddy shit going on. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they cut DJ? Oh, wow. Oh shit, I'm behind. Look, I'm lost. Look, I tell you, I don't be all the way on. I be busy. I be last minute in some shit sometimes. But we ain't still with the pie. I didn't even know. Look, I done forgot. But like I say, Patriots. I think Patriots is a maybe. Like, Mac? Who? Mac Jones? Mac Jones? No, Mac Jones, we're like 50 or some shit. I'm not worried about Mac Jones. I don't know. Like I say, the Patriots, if we're looking all around, they still got Bill. I'm counting that as an L. The Colts, Revenge Tour, Kiki Kuti. I don't know what they got going on. I think Wentz is questionable right now. You got who you got? What's his name? I can't even think of the dude's name right now. I should have kept these things up. Hold on. Thought I did bring that up. Let me see. Who am I looking at here? Who are we talking about? We're talking about the Colts. What was I thinking about? Easton kid. I don't even know shit about him, right? Look, so don't even let me fool you. Decent to run. T.Y. injured. Doyle, until proven otherwise, we've had tight end issues. But then defensively is where I think they have the advantage. I'm going to give the Colts as an L. The Cardinals, a couple of names you guys may be familiar with on that team. Hopkins, Watt, things of that nature. L. The Rams. The Dolphins. Will Fuller and friends. Who knows what happens by that time? Maybe that trade that everybody says is allegedly going to happen happens, right? I doubt it. I don't think it's going to be a thing. But I think the Dolphins, we're going to be bad, folks. We're going to be really bad this year. It's going to be a tough year for the Texans. But I'm going to, I don't want to do it. I'm really wanting to force and find us some wins in here somewhere. I promise I am. I see everybody want to fucking hit me now for this fucking shit. Yeah, I had all day. I promise, I really do, and I'm really trying to find a way to say, yeah, we can. I just don't see it, though. Like, I don't see it because I feel like at some point in time during the season. That, and I don't want to wish it, knock on wood, like that Tyrod's going to get an injury or something. He's going to be out for a little bit. I don't think the rest of the season. And I'm feeling like somewhere in the middle of this season, we're going to see a lot of General Mills, right? And I'm thinking by the Dolphins game, we're going to see a lot of General Mills. And it's going to be awful, right? Anyway, I'm counting the Dolphins as an L. Titans. I think, honestly, I fucking hate to say it. I think Titans take the division this year, so I'm counting that as an L. The Jets. What do the Jets have going on? The Jets did something. The Jets are still jetting. The Jets, we might be able to take a dub against the Jets. I'm going to say we might be able to pull off a dub against the Jets, right? Colts, second time here at home. I don't think the Colts are all that great. I think here in the house, I'm going to say Texans are feeling good coming off their win against the Jets. They got another home game. I'm going to give us a win the second time we play the Colts, right? Seahawks, L. Jags away. If we didn't beat them at the house. Or no, I gave us a win at the house. We're going to go over there. Lawrence should be kind of more acclimated by then. He'll be a little bit better. I'm going to take that as an L. Chargers, oh buddy, L. 49ers, what's his name should be a starter by then, and we will regret not having the ability to pick him up. Lance, L. And then the last game of the season against the Titans. The Titans have sewn up the division, and I think they'll be steady in their playoff spot. So I don't think they'll care very much. And then somebody will have COVID, so the Texans will get the win. So right now, in a very rushed, like I said, I have to go back and really look over the rosters and things, you know what I mean, and just really talk about it. But like, this is really my first time looking at this schedule. I see us, and this isn't at best. Like, and like I said, I'm being super loose with this shit. I don't even know how confident I am. 4-13 at, I think, at the very best, and then we all at Broderick's Rib Truck eating free ribs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's just like, here's my DC. I don't think, like I said, I don't think it'll be an over. Like, I really don't think it'll be an over. And like I said, they're not tripping because even what's the name said it's not an outcome-based season, right? So even if they're not winning, it's not like they're gonna really be putting pressure on them. It's not like they're gonna be going nuts, really tripping. I think we're gonna have the worst record. Where's Cam? I don't know where Cam lives. Cam, I know why I want Cam to be the tank commander, but nah, I don't see it, bro. Like, I just don't see it. Like, I know. And the reason why, like I said, I'm not so confident is because I really don't know what kind of defense we have. Because it looked good in those two preseason games versus backups, basically. But then you say, oh, well, they played against, that was Tom. That's Tom Brady. He's the greatest. And Tom also is old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he was able to push the ball down the field on us. So some of these younger guys, some of these guys with a little bit more talent on the offensive side of the ball, like, they'll be able to run it up. We'll get behind. Offense having a lot of 3-and-outs. Defense gets tired. And then you start getting gashed, right? That's kind of where I'm looking at a lot of these games. Even with some of the lesser talented teams. Like, I don't see it, bro. And well, real. What was the bet again? What was the bet? They have to go over. You have to go over to lose a 150, or they have to have the worst record in the league. I forgot what the bet was. Yeah, either way, even if they lose that 4, they're going to have the first pick. I think, honestly, we might see Mills by that Patriots or Colts game. I think by game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By game 6 or 7. By game 6 or 7, I think we will see. We'll see Mills. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we had guys out there, even when there were still starters out there playing, when Tampa had backups in. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't looking great. You know what I mean? I know people want to be like, oh, you guys just say, like, let's be honest. They look good against other depth players. You know, guys, second string, third string guys that are fringe guys, bubble guys, they look really good. But when you're talking about really getting out on the field, having a game plan, we're not just trying to work on things. We're not just trying to see what's what. And again, maybe you can say the same thing about the Texans. Well, maybe they were trying to evaluate guys and determine some things. I think you kind of know who is who and what is what at that time. I don't see us being very competitive. I think we pull off a couple though. I don't think we go over, right? And I'm gonna have to go back over the list again and really look at the roster, see what changes have been made. But right now, tentatively, if Deshaun Watson plays a single game for the Texans, well, I mean, I don't. What if he does? What if he does? Money Mill. Oh, Deshaun wasn't invited to the barbecue. I would think that it would be a little awkward if Deshaun was invited to the barbecue. You know what I mean? Like, they'd probably be like, you can't sit with us. Like, them motherfuckers don't want to get cut. So they wouldn't even want to be seen, like, associated with Deshaun and shit. But like, nah, man, Jack here, man. You know you can't sit with us. Jack over here, bro. Go sit over there, man. So, definitely. Again, I don't give a shit about the barbecue. I don't give a shit about Deshaun. Like, at this point, the only thing I care about Deshaun is what assets are we, what benefits, I don't even want to use the word assets. What, terrible. Terrible. Like, I just want to know what we're going to get in a trade for Deshaun Watson. I don't care about none of the rest of the shit. I don't care about none of the rest of the shit, honestly. Like, I'm done with Deshaun. Again, like I say, as far as if the nigga don't want to be, if the dude don't want to be in Houston, fuck him. It's about the city. It's always gonna be H-Town with or without him. He can go to Atlanta, he can go to wherever, where all that shit is A-okay, and then they into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fine, whatever. Go wherever else you want to go. But the problem is, he's making it difficult on himself. Because if you really hated it that bad, and you were the baller that you say you are, you get rid of that fucking no trade clause and go anywhere and ball out. If it's just Houston, if it's just Jack, if it's just that bad, then get the fuck out. Like, get the fuck out. He's not getting traded because if anybody has any real interest, anybody who may have the assets, who may be willing to put up the assets, and he don't like the place, then he don't have to go. So it's like there could be offers. Who knows? Everybody's saying this. Everybody's saying that. There could be legitimate offers that have been put on the table, and that motherfucker like, nah, I don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? He could be holding out hostage just to go to fucking Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, but here's my deal though. You know, let's be real. The Hop thing was a weird situation. That was some weird hoe shit. They actually traded the nigga, right? That was some weird shit. They granted JJ whatever wish. I'd held his ass hostage too, right? Like, for everybody, like, that's the crazy shit about Texas, man. Well, JJ's gonna go to a contender, so you know they're doing right by him. And they went for the fucking money. Appreciate the love, zero touch giving. Like, that motherfucker went to go get the money. That's all it is. So JJ don't want to help the damn Texans win either. Like, I do believe there are a lot of issues in this organization, right? But ultimately, if you are here for the fans and all the shit, like you said, you figure it out, right? You make it shake. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. But instead, you know, whatever. You talking about you want out, you want to be gone, then slide, right? So I thought JJ had a year left on this shit. I thought JJ had like another year on this shit and they just let him out or whatever. I might have been wrong about that. But I agree though. You know, you sign a deal and then immediately want out. Like, you sign a deal and then want to change your mind. Like, once you put your name on that dotted line, bro, like, Oh shit, I don't care about that non-guarantee shit. You still had that year on that shit. Shit, you gotta play that shit. Yeah. But again, you still waiting on the Cinderella story, man. It must be Disney doing a remake or something. You know what I'm saying? is Disney doing a remake? That's the only Cinderella story you gonna get. How can I blame him? Because I'm gonna be a damn Texans fan forever. And I don't want to see this franchise go through this fucking expansion shit again. That's how the fuck let me open up the line. I'm not going to deal with this shit. That motherfucker went Hollywood. Y'all know that nigga went Hollywood. He got all weird on us and shit. When he started dating old buddy leftovers and shit. He got all weird on us, bro. Apparently he was weird before that. I know y'all be following on social media and shit. I don't be like really on the shits like that, but I know y'all people be telling me, oh, he be on his stories. He be flying private jets and he be doing this and doing all that shit, bro. If you not trying to rock with the city, fuck him. Like, I know Jack is fucking shit up. I know this, but he's here. Fuck him too, right? Like, both things can be right. Like, two things can be true. Okay? Watson can be on some fuck shit and Jack could be on some fuck shit. And fucking, Kyle could be on some fuck shit too. Oh, I'm on the wrong number. Let me switch to the right number. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can be on some, we just might be dealing with a bunch of fuck ass people. Just everybody in the franchise might be on some fuck shit. Just each and on their own fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? Janice might be on some fuck shit. Let me chill out. No, I ain't finna chill out. Fuck that. Hooty hoo! What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the sauce line this evening?
What up, guys, bro?
Hey, Mel, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind, man? How you feeling about this season? What do you predict? And whatever else is on your mind.
Wild card, baby. Let's go.
Wild card. Are we playing? Uno? What are you talking about? Wild card.
Wild card weekend, baby. We're gonna ride that defense. Bulls on parade is back.
Man, look, is Cushion still in the building?
Oh man. Man, I told you about that Bucks game. We're gonna tell it all. And from what I saw from Tyrod, if he's not in the motherfucking, if he's not close to the end zone, he's not driving down the field for shit. Unless we getting some yards on the running game. Other than that motherfucker's not gonna throw for more than 15 yards at a time. So we've seen the issue with trying to, target Cooks, on short routes. Eventually, if you can't throw him deep, he becomes useless. So, if you can't get that good mix in, then you start to question, okay, so is Tyrod the right person for this? And then you got Mills, who a lot of people are calling Mims because they say Mills is not it's a proper name for him. He hasn't been delivering, but he's a third-round pick. Of course, the Texans try to dress it up since it was the first pick in the draft. They try to dress it up and say, blah blah blah. This would have been the following year. He'd be going in the first round, whatever the case may be. Regardless, he's a rookie, and he got to learn a lot. The one thing we didn't get to see this preseason was the line with the full starters, right? Mm-hmm. We didn't get to see Honcho and Howard on the left. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be either Heck. I think Heck is starting on the right side, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Are you confident in that? Are you feeling good about that at all?
About Heck?
Yeah.
I think he's put a better performances, but again, a lot of it is kind of skewed because teams, were they really playing you, Were they really out there with their full starters? And even then, when it was time to put in full starters, like, you didn't see a full squad out there, right? Like, you still saw missing holes for teams. So, again, I'm not too confident in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
I think the defense will do what they're trying to do this year, which is they're trying to get takeovers, takeaways.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the Texans are going to be able to benefit from those takeaways. I could see us getting 3 interceptions in a game and come up with no points from those 3 interceptions.
Damn.
And I think that's the kind of year that we'll have. I joke about us making it to the playoffs because I think by some fucking luck, the Texans end up fucking beating teams by other teams not being able to show up because of COVID.
Oh shit!
The whole fucking COVID ain't broke down in the locker room. All of a sudden, the team can't play. But I mean, the real, realistic view of the Texans is, and I think Nick fucking said it yesterday. We don't give a damn about outcome this year. We in this bitch for a process. Now, whether you trust the process or you don't, that's up to you. I'm just letting you know what they be saying in the chat, and I believe to be true. It's a goddamn circle. It just go round and round and round. We had our franchise QB, motherfucking the booty hole bandit, and we are where we are today. We should have drafted Patrick Mahomes, and that's all I gotta fucking say.
God damn. Shout out to Asbel. Appreciate the call. You want to call in? 346-36-SAUCE is the number. 346-367-2823. It is a circle. I'm going to drop them circles in the chat. If you know about the circle, keep the curtain closed. Drop that in the chat. If y'all don't know about the circle, y'all probably not in the Discord. That's probably what it is. If you want to be a part of the Discord, sign up. You can join the Patreon. Patreon.com/saucesports. Shout out to everybody who is a member of the Patreon. You can join. There's a join button somewhere on the page if you're watching this on YouTube. Become a channel member. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the sauce line this evening?
Hey, this your boy Jers.
Jers, what's the motherfucking deal, Jers? What's on your mind this evening, sir?
What's on my mind? I'm talking about this prediction.
Okay. What you thinking?
Shit. I mean, I ain't expecting nothing, just like most of us. But I'm gonna just say 5 wins.
You say 5?
I'm gonna just say 5.
Okay, who you think they pull the 5 off against?
All right, so I'm gonna just say how you was talking about the schedule earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna get that dub off the Jags. We're gonna get that dub off the Colts.
Okay.
Definitely, we're gonna get that one off the Jets. The Patriots could go either way, but I'm honestly gonna say we get a dub just because it's Lovie Smith versus a rookie.
Yeah. Okay.
He ain't one of the he been there, so he know. I can't say it's gonna be Belichick versus Lovie, but I'm gonna just say Mac Jones versus Lovie if you gets what my drift.
Yeah.
He still got to play his game, but Lovie Smith will know what to do. They ain't got no run game. So we really could key in on something. Then, shit. I honestly think we could scoop one out the Titans.
I mean, I think they won at the
can.
end of the year. I think we can. Because I think, like I said, I think they did have the division sold up, I think, by that time. Because, let's be honest, Jags going to kind of have to put it together, like I said, with them losing they dude. And then I think Trevor Lawrence going to need a little bit of a, growing curve. And the Colts, to me, they're not that great. I don't know what Wentz's situation is, but he seems to be fragile. And, we ain't all that right now. So I think that'll be our We're
going to go ahead. So I'm going to just say we're going to get 2 off the Jags. We're going to get 1 off the Colts, 1 off the Titans, 1 off the Pats.
Okay. So you think we bag both Jags games?
What was that?
Did you say that we're going to win both Jags games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Jags are the Jags.
It is true. I mean, this is absolutely true. I mean,
they talk about. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just saying, they had that one year, though, they kind of surprised everybody and caught us off guard. Now, I ain't saying their defense is like that now or anything like that, but that was the last time we started off the the year against them, they embarrassed us, and it
Yeah.
was. I don't think it's going to be that kind of situation, but I'm just saying, it was.
That was Watson's rookie year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When we started Tom Savage like some fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm. and I can't hate because I was pro start Savage, so I'll eat that crow. But I didn't think Watson was going to be the way he was going to be, because he didn't. In the preseason he kind of looked shaky the first game, then he started to, like, you saw progress in each of the preseason games. But I was like, okay, still let him hold off for those who are asking. I'm eating popcorn, and then that's when I kind of compared Mills too, because everybody was like, "Oh, Mills gonna be better than Waddle," but you didn't see any progress. It seemed like Mills got worse as the preseason went along. You know what I'm saying?
That made. But I was scared about Tim Kelly too. That's really what I'm scared of.
What's your issue with Tim?
It could be Davis Mills, but it could be Tim. It could be Tim Kelly's, play call. I don't know. He is a product of Bill O'Brien.
But I think Tim simplified it for him, and he still seemed to struggle. I mean, he just doesn't seem to follow through his reads. I mean, it's just like, and they gave him one read, he still seemed to struggle. Like, I don't know what it is with Mills. Like, I don't know if it's nervousness. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he utilizes the same throwing motion. Like, and it's not even like he's under pressure. It's just he just has this awkward way about him. So, like I said, there's things that can be fixed, but it is going to take some time. I don't see none of that, translating to being beneficial this year.
Oh yeah. I am not big on Mr. Mills, but there's one thing, and I think I'm hoping. It's not a thing. I'm hoping we have the Tyrod Taylor effect. This is what I call it. Hey, every team Tyrod Taylor has been on, whether he was starting or he was the backup, since he left the Bills, their quarterback has been serviceable. Yeah. One of them looks like he might be a true problem in the NFL with Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyrod got injured. Baker Mayfield come through, had the best rookie season, you know what I'm saying? Gave the Browns hope. Rivers leaves L.A. Tyrod come in, gets his lung stabbed, and here Justin Herbert. Maybe Davis Mills, could be serviceable. We ain't looking for another Watson. We just looking for somebody that's not Tyrod Taylor to be our guy.
I think Mills is some. He's a little bit from serviceable. He, like I say, right now, I think he can get better. I think he can improve. I don't think he's going to always be this bad. I think he's going to take a little bit. But right now, Mills is on par with Nathan Peterman to me right now. That's what I see.
I forgot about him.
That's what I see Mills right there. Like, to come in and what, like a half, couple of quarters, and throw that a bunch of interceptions, and then you can't really move the ball unless you're basically in the red zone already. You know what I mean? Like, he
I hear you.
And so it's going to take something, because he can't sustain drives, and so like I say, I think he's just going to need a lot of work. But
he's still a rook though.
Yeah, I'll give him that. But
he's still a rook, and he's a third-round pick. Are we expecting much out of a third-round pick?
And I think they can go both ways. We've seen some third-rounders have much success. We've seen some third-rounders probably look like they should have stayed in college another year. And he's looking kind of in that group. But, it's
that's a third-round quarterback. That's a third-round quarterback.
But you had Dak. And again, I'm going to go there. We can talk about Dak, and we can talk about, like, Russell Wilson, and these are special cases. But you had guys come in and be like, hey, they're decent. Hey, they're all right. They're not bad. And, they can play. They can game manage. You know what I mean? But he doesn't even look like he's at the game manager level right now. Like, if it came in case of emergency, break glass, he's not your guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's my concern with him. But like I said, I'm hoping maybe he can get through maybe getting that experience, get a little live fire. Maybe he can recalibrate his tools or something. But right now, if something happens to Tyrod, we're really. I mean, and Tyrod ain't looking great either. So like, I'm not gonna act like he's the savior, but it's not gonna be a good season in the passing game. I promise you that.
Nah, I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not expecting much. I like to see Mills. Just and worst come to worst, shit, we still gonna get our top pick.
yeah, that's all I care about. All I care about is You know, they say this is not an outcome-based season. Yeah, it is an outcome-based season. The outcome needs to be number one pick, and then however many assets we can get for Deshaun Watson. I mean, whatever we can get for Deshaun Watson. I don't want to use the word assets. Whatever we can get for Deshaun Watson. That's all I care about. Like, we just, gonna watch the football this season. Just it's gonna be what it be. No high expectations. Every win is a plus. But I just want to see what we can accumulate for the future. That's where I'm at.
Okay. All right. And I got a question.
Yes, sir.
If we have the say number one overall pick, like everybody's saying, would you rather get a quarterback or would you rather get a defensive player?
The way we're looking right now, man, Ray brought up a good point. We don't have the pieces around that guy offensively, and I don't see, any of these guys coming out just being that big of a deal. Like, I think they're all right. They'll start. You may want to go with, best player available. And if it happens to be a defensive player, then, then we might have to go that route again, similar to with the Clowney situation. It's unfortunate we always kind of fall in that area, but I think that might be the way to go.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think it was Wise that actually said he wanted a cornerback. A corner, yeah, I'm with him on that. I just want a defensive player.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do not want any kind of offensive player at all. It ain't gonna do no good for us. We could build a fucking defense, have a defense like, our defenses have always been better than our offenses. So why not just, be a team that can always have a good defense, or at least try to be? Because it ain't been like that recently.
I agree. What kind of dog you got, man?
We always, huh?
What kind of dog you got?
Yo, it's actually it's two pit bulls back here, and then he said it two Mexicans. Yeah, it's two pit bulls back here, and like a pit bull corgi, and then they fighting with the dogs on the fence on the other side of the fence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wait.
I live in.
You said a pit bull corgi?
Yeah. It looked funny as hell. I'm gonna have to join the Discord and post a picture.
I need.
I don't know why I'm not at the Discord.
I need to know. I need to know what that looks like.
Yeah, it's a problem. I need to know what it's a circle. I hear that shit too much to not be in this.
No, man. Yeah, you gotta be in that thing, man. It's a different environment in there. I don't know if I can handle it half the time.
Oh yeah. Well, shit, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this. You know what I'm saying? Let the next caller call in. Right, I'm trying to hear Houston, Texas talk. I don't know if that was him before.
Yeah, that was him. The first caller, that was him.
That was him. All right, I thought so. It sounded like him. He over here wild card. No, he over here. Yo, all right, I'm gonna get off this phone, Honcho.
All right, that's a bet, George, man. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ready? What's the motherfucking deal we got calling in?
8 minutes, 24 seconds.
Oh, damn. I forgot to get that little talking thing off. Well, somebody's been on hold for quite some time. What's the motherfucking deal we got calling into the sauce line this evening?
It's your favorite ride.
I'm going to start a ride. Mr. Rio.
Oh, I'm about to piss off everybody in the chat right now.
Uh-oh. What's happening?
We're not beating the Jags and we're not beating the Patriots. Quit it. You want to know why we're not beating them? The fucking Texans, and we make rookies look like fucking dogs.
So, you don't think we beat the Jags in either game?
No.
Are you saying?
Not at all.
Are you saying this because you don't want to lose the wager?
I'm saying that we're going to make Trevor Lawrence. I'll put it another way. I say in both games, he'll throw about 500 yards.
Hold on, because it's kind of like muffling a little bit. Did you say that he throws 500 yards combined?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Rio for those of you who don't know.
It's what we do at Texans. Every time we go up against a rookie quarterback, for some reason, this defense, I don't care who's the defensive coordinator, I don't care what system we're running, it's always the same story. Rookie quarterback, and we'll make them look like they're the next big thing.
So you think after week 1, people are going to think that Trevor Lawrence is going to be Rookie of the Year?
He's going to look like it. They're not going to think he's claim to it, but you know, I like it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not also, I'll put it this way. The other thing, thing to forget, is the Texans don't like to win week one.
They don't like to win in week one?
But when was the last time we won week one?
Oh, you know my memory's terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
They ask if you're calling from jail. That's terrible.
Yeah, fine.
Right. So ultimately, Mr. Rio, what do you think is the record for this Houston Texans team in 2021?
Well, ultimately, 2 games top.
2 games tops. What 2 games are those?
The last game of the season, and maybe the Jets game. Maybe.
So you say the Jets in the last game of the season because the Titans won't even be trying to play.
Yep. And the only reason why I say we beat the Jets, even though they have a rookie quarterback too, the only reason why I say we might beat them is we might get a lucky football.
So you don't think that this defense is going to be as stout as it appeared at some points during the preseason?
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Got one more question for you.
When your defensive coordinator comes into the league and does a press conference and says, I don't think I could run my full defense in college because they were mostly running 3 wide, and I had to stay in safe defense, I can't go to nickel. What does that tell every NFL team in the league?
It tells them that they better look out because Lovie Smith is in town.
Uh-huh. And he also tells them his issue, he also, like, in his first interview, he said the 2 major issues on his defense in college.
It's kind of, it's like, it's really hard to hear the last part of what you said. It's kind of, it's like really, really muffled.
So when he came into when he got hired by the Texans, he came into the league. He did an interview. Y'all can go look it up. And there are quotes where he says the issues with his defense in college was something because of QBs were scrambling and moving around more. And the other thing was 3 wide receivers.
Okay.
What is that? What is the majority of the NFL right now? Mobile QBs with 3 wide.
Yeah, but would you say that he also has more talent though, to work with as compared to college kids that you kind of just have to accept?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I guess I would have to use.
Come on, Hargraves is still on our team.
Hargrove? What's wrong with Hargraves?
Really, Andre?
Well, there's nothing wrong.
Really?
What? There's nothing wrong with Hargraves. He's an excellent player.
There's nothing at all wrong with Hargraves. He's a great talent, and he's a well-rounded individual who brings so much to the table and so much to this defense. He's an outstanding individual who should be a captain and a leader of this team.
I agree. I think he needs a badge with the C on it.
That nigga garbage.
You know, and we can't forget Eric Murray, our great safety who's going to lock down everything up deep. Yep.
You don't have faith in Eric Murray?
Really, Honcho? Really?
I mean, these guys are talented. They made it past the roster cut, so they have to be good, right?
Oh, you mean the roster cut where Nick Casario came on later and said that there was 10 guys that could have made the team? He just kind of picked these?
So you're saying that Nick Casario just kind of picked all willy-nilly when he got to the bottom of the roster?
Pretty much. How about this? Have you ever heard of this before, Honcho? Has anyone ever heard this? A guy tweets that he was so nervous about cut day that he was so stressed out all day long until he left the locker room and they took him to the interview room.
What's wrong with being nervous? I mean, you really want to make the team, you know. Especially if you're a fringe guy. And again, like I said, I think we had a lot of those. I think we still have some on this team. You know, this is like the last opportunity that you get. You know, like I said, I've said before multiple times, this is like one of the last opportunities you're going to get in the league. Being with the Texans.
What, is
being
on
with
this
Texans.
team?
Yeah.
Is the Texans?
Yeah.
No, what are you talking about? The Texans ain't the last opportunity. We are the farm league of the NFL.
You know,
We take bad players, make them look okay, and then send them away and let them be good other places.
I think it's like a transitionary place. Like when you got guys coming in, you send them off to better places, and when guys are on their way out, they come here right before you send them out the door. So
they can have that last easy year of their career, just kind of like take it nice and yeah.
So with them, in your mind, not having a great season, what flavor of Roderick's barbecue ribs are you going to pick out?
I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know what type you have.
I think he's got garlic parmesan. He's got bourbon. I
Ooh,
think
bourbon.
lemon pepper's available on occasion. What are the other flavors, Roderick? Okay.
I'll definitely do the bourbon. There you go.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else that's on your mind there, Mr. Rio?
Like, trust me, I want to be. I'm like you. I want to find some way that we win something, right? But I'm being honest. If the person in charge isn't expecting anything, the person below them isn't going to expect anything, and the person below them isn't going to expect anything. So if Nick Casario isn't worried about this season, okay, Cooley's not going to worry about the season. He's not worried about the season. No one on his staff is going to worry about the season. And none of the players are going to worry about the season. Y'all need to just accept that.
I don't like it. Makes me sad to even think about it.
But you know it's true.
It might be.
But other than that, I'll let y'all go.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Rio, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts with us this evening, sir. All right. It is about that time. Got a minute or two before we wind down. Oh, terrible. terrible. A minute or two before we wind down. But like I said, tomorrow, Astros talk. I know y'all been talking about it. Honcho, you don't talk about the Astros. So I got the Astros guys, the sauciest Astros guys. Hector, Salvador Saucy himself, and Ray Ray. The most honest guys you know. They're going to be 1,000 about it. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. And if some type of shenanigans happen, of course, we'll just sprinkle a little whatever else is going on in there. Rockets fans, I actually meant to mention this the other day. Did y'all see Jalen Green with the grill? Such a very odd thing. Streamer said they don't put Deshaun on the commissioner exempt list, he's going to be tempted to want to play. That's real talk. The Texans are known for doing what they feel like doing. On that real quick, man. I want to believe Deshaun is a competitor. I want to believe that he wants to get out and compete. I think if he said, hey, I want to play, I don't think the Texans would stop him. There's almost a point to where I don't know how much of it is Deshaun, how much of it is his camp, how much of it is, him honestly wanting to hold out. Because here's the thing, there's pawns and there's pieces, and I feel like Deshaun's being played like a pawn, right? I really, really do. But you have the opportunity to play. Nobody's expecting it. Like you said, he's not on the commissioner exempt list. Nobody's saying no, he can't play. There's a legal situation, but he's not locked up. So the competitor in you should want to play. Like you've been training all season. You've been doing all this other shit. You showed up to practice, but you're making it hard on yourself again without that no trade clause. So it's like I would play, but then again, I wouldn't do the Watson massage method either. So again, I think, and here's the thing, right? Let's be honest, and I agree. Deshaun fucked himself over. If Deshaun suited up and said, "I'm ready to go. I'm ready to," I fucked up. I got my mind right. I'm ready to ball out with the Texans. Let's get it. Everything else is everything. If he went in there and said, "Man, y'all fucked up. Y'all ain't invite me to the barbecue. I feel left out. I want to win." Whatever, right? Even though they use propane and propane accessories. I think everybody's forgiven because, of course, that eliminates a huge problem that you have. Now, we might not get that first overall pick next year, but then we wouldn't need it so much, would we? But I'm not expecting it. I'm not counting on it. It is what it is, bro. It's just it's so much of a clusterfuck going on right now. Like, because I think you got two parties at a stalemate. Appreciate the love, Street Runner Society. I think you got two players at a stalemate. You know what I'm saying? Two people at a stalemate, the organization and Deshaun. Deshaun feel like he has the power in this situation. Well, I ain't got to go nowhere I don't want to go, and I'll just mope around the facilities and still get paid for it. Or I'll stay at home and still get paid for it. Or you got the Texans who like, man, fuck this nigga. We gonna hold this motherfucker accountable, or we gonna hold on to him until we get what we want to get out of the deal. So if somebody want him that bad, whether it be Miami or whoever the fuck else relevant, okay, they gotta pay like they weigh. We got a asset on our hand. I need to find a better word. That does not come around very often. This is a once in a blue moon type situation, and so you would be dumb as shit to sell him, to lowball it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't know, man. Zach Erskine said he wanted to be traded this option. They say he wants to retire. I don't know what it's going to take. That's why I say I don't think it's Deshaun, bro. Like, I really don't think it's all Deshaun. Like, even with all the booty hole jokes and everything else. Like, I really think it's his camp, like the team he has around him. I think it's the people he got around him. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my thing. I'm gonna wrap it up, goddamn. But I'm gonna call you after the thing, Mr. Ray Ray. But tomorrow, tune in, and 7 o'clock, same sauce time, same sauce channel. I gotta do my shit for the den. I don't even know what we're talking about the den tonight. All right, anybody who's in here who's a part of the den, right? Got a question. Should we go hardcore or should we go lighthearted? That's all I'm gonna ask. I think he's getting played like on some. She might be doing him like on some Sierra shit. No, let's go to another city where it's nicer and the beaches are clean. You know who knows? Like niggas let these bras get in their head. You fuck around, get PJ Washington. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Game night. Nah, we did nostalgia. Well, I kind of got something else we could kind of talk about. But I'm just saying, it's either hardcore shit or, oh, that's terrible. It's either hardcore shit or it's, that's terrible, Calhoun. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, that chicks do something to you, bro. Chicks will do something to you. Roger, you know, if I'm talking hardcore, I'm going to start talking about weave and eyelashes and shit. You know, you get mad every time I start talking about that shit. Give it to a raw. All right, well, that's a BT. I got to chuck up a deuce. I got to get everything prepared for the den. But if you are part of the Patreon, if you are part of the channel membership, I think at the $4.99 tier or higher, slide in the Discord, chop it up in the Discord for a little while, and then, before sliding it in. So, with that being said, man, I meant to talk about that, dog. Fuck the Big 12. Fuck the fucking Big 12, dog. They can kiss my ass. Fuck them. Ever since that shit they pulled a couple of years back and U of A should have been in the Big 12 ain't shit no more. Fuck them. All right, so there. I got to chuck up a deuce. I got to slide. All right, with that being said, I'm out. I'm gone. Adios.